What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Thursday's episode of the Plus Money Sports Betting Podcast. My name is Q. You can follow me on all socials at Bets by Q. And of course, this podcast is brought to you by Black Sheep Betting, where it is a dog's world. Check out the link in the description. It will get you free access to the Black Sheep Betting Discord server. This is where I drop all of my plays from live bets, parlays, futures. If I have chicken on it, it's going into the Discord. We're on absolute fire right now, not just on the podcast, but we're on fire in the Discord, building a winning culture. We want to have you in there. But let's talk about today, because tonight is the night that we've been waiting so long for. The NFL is back, and we get a rematch of the AFC Championship game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. This one will be at Arrowhead. It's going to be a tough matchup for both of these teams. Let's dive right into it. We're not going to have a recap on yesterday's plays because at the time of this recording, those plays are still going on. So let's jump right in to Thursday night football primetime spot. Let's look at the facts. All right. Ravens versus the Chiefs. The line is set to -3. Chiefs are laying 3 points against the Ravens at home. The total is 46.5. We've seen this go up. We've seen a little bit of action on the over. This number is creeping up to that key number of 47. So be mindful if you are if you're liking the under here. 47 is where you want to be at. You don't really want to bet this at 46.5. But last year, between these two teams in the AFC Championship, the Kansas City Chiefs won this game 17-10. What was the biggest issue in that game for the Ravens? Because Lamar Jackson, once again, wins an MVP, runs over everybody all year. But come time to do what you've been doing all year, the Kansas City Chiefs, like many teams, are the Ravens' kryptonite. The Ravens could not run the ball. And it came down to really, I mean, even if you take Zay Flowers' fumble, remember he dove at the goal line, fumbled the ball. Yeah, the Ravens should have won the game regardless. But instead, Chiefs win. The rest is history. Now the Chiefs are here, opening up the season, trying to three-peat as world champions. Unbelievable. I'm a Bills fan. I can't stand to see the Chiefs do well, but you got to give credit where credit is due. What's new with these teams? Well, Baltimore, we know the biggest acquisition they got was Derrick Henry. But the caveat of that is that they lost three starting linemen. Okay. They lost Zittler, Simpson, and Moses. And their starting center just got back into the contact jerseys within the last week. So this is, yes, a team that's up their backfield. And truthfully, it wasn't a team that needed much help anyways, because this was the number one rush offense in the league last year, and now you've added Derrick Henry. On the defensive side of things, though, you lose Patrick Queen, you lose Clowney, and you lose Mike McDonald. So this defense does take a shot here. KC, will they lose? I think if anything, Baltimore upgraded on offense. KC upgraded on offense as well. Both of these teams, though, are slight declines in defense, with Kansas City losing L'Jarius Sneed, which was big because this is going to be a big game for Zay Flowers. That was the matchup. Okay. He's not going to have that matchup this year or in this game. Kansas City also lost Willie Gay, but they did get in the draft Xavier Worthy, uh, who, a lot of people are really high on him. Um, just another tool for Patrick Mahomes to try and get the job done. Not sure how much you'll see him early on. Um, but probably the biggest keep that they got was Chris Jones, who's probably going to be the X factor in this game. He's an undisputed Hall of Famer. And coming into this matchup, you know, Ravens in the last 5 years, they're 1-4 against Kansas City. Okay. Now, we know that the Baltimore Ravens are dogs, and we know that Lamar Jackson absolutely destroys when he is a dog. If you didn't know, Lamar Jackson 12-0-1 against the spread as a regular season dog. Now he's 9-4 straight up, but he's 12-0-1 ATS. Obviously, very popular play is going to be the Ravens +3. The Ravens are also in week one, 6-1, straight up and against the spread in the last 7 years. But then you got to look at Andy Reid, who is the best coach in the NFL. I know Shanahan is great, but Shanahan didn't win 3 Super Bowls in 4 years with a chance to three-peat here. Andy Reid, 9-2 week one as the Kansas City head coach. He's 7-4 against the spread. I like the Chiefs here on the spread. I'm gonna take the Chiefs -3. We gotta lock this in now because I don't think that this number is gonna go down. I think that the sharps are going to be coming in on the 3 points. I think this gets pushed up to 3.5. I don't know if I like it then. I like having a three. I like having a push insurance. After last year's loss in week one against the Lions, I think Kansas City is going to come into this matchup focused, uh, ready to start the journey of a three-peat, to lift 3 consecutive Lombardis. A very hard feat to do. And yeah, Kansas City, they did. They lost some crucial pieces on defense, but they do have the depth, and future Hall of Famer Chris Jones is going to be the key to this game. He's going to be the key to slowing down the rushing attack with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, who Derrick Henry has historically tormented the Chiefs. If you look at his games against the Chiefs from his time with Tennessee, he has absolutely torched them. He's ran for 100 in all but one of those games. But when it's all said and done, this game is going to come down to a few moments, and I expect the best football player on the planet, Patrick Mahomes, to rise to the occasion and pull through in those moments when they come up. And Baltimore's new look offense with Derrick Henry in the backfield, I think it's going to take a little bit more time for everything to gel together. You got the new running back, but you got 3 new offensive linemen. Your center's coming back from injury. This is a tall task against the defending champs. I think Kansas City runs away with this one. Lock it in. Kansas City Chiefs -3 in the first game of the season against the Baltimore Ravens. I do have an additional play from this game. Obviously, this is the Plus Money Sports Betting Podcast. We want to bring you value, okay? And I'm going to do that here with this next pick. I think this is an easy one. I'm not going to overthink it, but Rashee Rice, anytime touchdown, is +155. I like this a lot. I just locked this in. Rashee Rice Seventh best receiver in the red zone last year. Okay. He had 8 receptions last year in the AFC Championship game, but in the red zone, 16 receptions on 22 targets, 110 yards, 6 touchdowns. He only had 7 all year. Those 16 receptions tied for the most with Devontae Adams and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's good company you're keeping right there for She Rice. I like him to score a touchdown. I know it's a tough matchup against last year's #1 red zone defense, but I trust our chances here at plus 155. Lock it in for She Rice to have a game, to score a touchdown, plus 155. I'll see you at the counter when it cashes. Most importantly, though, football is back. We have 2 plays on the board for this Thursday night matchup between the Ravens and the Chiefs. Lock in the Chiefs on the spread, -3. I like this at 3. I wouldn't play it at 3.5. And of course, we're on Rasheed Rice. Anytime touchdown plus 155. I want you to get into the Discord. Check out the link in the description. It's absolutely free. I do not sell picks. I've had quite the journey in sports betting, and I just want to come here, give sauce like I do every single day, every single morning. I'm here with plus money plays from around the sports world, but I will have additional plays in the Discord. I want you there as well. Okay, so I hope everybody enjoys the first football game of the season. Set your fantasy lineups. Do not forget, you don't want to drop the ball in week 1. And I'll be back here tomorrow with more plus money plays from around the sports world. As always, my name is Q from Black Sheep Betting, and I hope each and every one of you hit each and every one of your bets. Peace, love, bless.